and I can see my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. We're coming to you live and direct for another match preview, of course. We are here for Luton Town versus Huddersfield Town in the league tomorrow night. It's a rearranged fixture, of course. The sides locking horns once again with each other after a couple of years away from each other. But we're back together again in a different league this time, though, of course. But yes. Joining me in today's episode, of course, we do have a Luton Town fan in the building, Aidan, who is going to give us all the insight into the club and his thoughts going into this game as well. But look, Aidan, thank you very much for your time. By the way, first and foremost, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, mate. How are you?
Yes, I'm not so bad, thank you. Yeah, it's good to kind of collaborate with each other and obviously looking forward to the game tomorrow night and see what happens. But yeah, we're going to get into it. But first of all, let's see who's in the chat. So we do have Aidan's in the chat. Another Aidan, the Town fan Aidan, though, of course. Big up, a proper real one. Been here since day one on the channel. So yes, we're doing all right. Thank you. Hope you're well, mate.
Hope you're well too.
And yes, just say, mate, yeah, do make sure you smash the likes on the video, guys. It does help me a lot. And subscribe if you are new around here. But look, obviously, before we do get started, you can find Aidan's links to his YouTube channel and also his Instagram. So please go over there, show him some support. And yes, let's get him to 100 subscribers on YouTube very, very soon. But yeah, but look, Aidan, let's get into it. So if you just want to kind of just introduce yourself, obviously, what you do on your channel as well, and obviously kind of your journey as a Luton Town fan, you know, I'll hand it over to yourself.
So any new fans of any Huddersfield fans, I'm Aidan. As you can see, I'm Luton Town Fan TV. I only started this summer. It's the first season of me being Luton Town Fan TV, and it's also been a pleasure to work for Luton Town Fan TV. We've got other podcasts around Luton Town, like when the Luton Town thing that they're going around, and also the Hatters Chat, and also Dega UK. There's also a Luton fan. They're currently doing well so far. And here's me as a Luton fan doing my own Luton Town Fan TV, and it is a very pleasure. And I also want to say thank you to Huddersfield for actually let me join in to Luton Huddersfield Fan TV.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate. It's absolutely fine. It's good to have you on, and I appreciate that. And Aidan's just subscribed to you, mate. So yeah, there we are.
Cheers, Aidan.
Proper real one. Big up. But I hope you're doing well anyway. So yes, I mean, look, Luton's season so far, I mean, obviously a very tough start, a very up and down start for you guys, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, what do you think about your season so far? Obviously, you find yourself in 12th place at the moment, and you know what I mean? It has been a very frustrating season, obviously changing manager as well. But we're going to get into the manager in a minute. But your season so far, mate, what are your thoughts on it?
So far, we're currently in a very up and down season so far. The only positive I could give about this team, we haven't gotten bottom half in the table yet. We've been all the season, we've been in the top half of the table, and that's that thing I'm happy about. But Luton Town is a very weird one because not only we broke the record from non-league to the Premier League a couple of years ago in 9 years, and now Luton have gone backwards from Premier League to Championship, and now we're now in League One in a very tough situation right now, as we're now very, very far away from the playoffs, which not good because we need to get back up to the Championship. Because if there's any Luton fans watching this, you can tell we don't deserve to be in League One, as the last time we was in League One was 7 years ago. So hopefully this game or even some other games at some point could turn things around and maybe we could get the playoffs this season. We'll see. We don't know.
Yeah, what I will say is, mate, obviously it's really still quite tight, isn't it? Because if you win tomorrow night, which we hope you don't, from my perspective, and everyone, people are following us, of course, but you're only then a point, off the playoff place. So yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's one of those. But yeah, big up to yourself. Michael's in the building. Says hello, Ryan and Aiden. Hope you're both okay. Big up to you, Michael. How are you doing, pal? Good to see you. Another one that's always in the chat, always supporting the channel. I'm actually going to be doing a watch long for this game tomorrow night, of course, because I won't be going to the game, but I will be doing a watch long. So yeah, haven't scheduled it yet, but I will be doing it. But look, your manager then. So obviously, you've had a managerial change. Obviously, Matt Bloomfield was sacked, of course, and Jack Welsh was coming. So yeah, I mean, what were your thoughts on that initially? Did you think that was the right decision? And also, Jack Wilshere, obviously, fairly new manager, his first full-time kind of role in management, isn't it, really? How do you think he's adapted to life at Luton? And did you like the appointment as well?
Well, first, when I found out Matt Bloomfield was the manager earlier this year, I was thinking, okay, can he be the manager and turn Luton around and get us back up to the stay up in the Championship? Obviously, that did happen. We got relegated in the end. But when Matt Bloomfield came in in League One, we had a very good start to the season with 2 wins out of 2. And then when we had the Bradford game, we obviously lost 2-1. And I was thinking, okay, we've lost our game there. We'll move on to the next game. Things hasn't really turned out quite well since we've lost to Bradford. Like, also, we had wins, draws, and losses. But then since when the Stevenage game, since when we lost to Stevenage, our local rivalry, things went downhill, and obviously the Luton board sacked Matt Bloomfield, and now obviously we've got Jack Wilshere as the Luton manager. But Jack Wilshere has been a very interesting manager so far. He was 4 games unbeaten in all competitions, and he even got into the second round of the FA Cup, which, not gonna lie, in my opinion, was one of the hardest games I've ever seen as a Luton fan, because I don't think I've ever seen that Luton performance ever since. I think the last time I've seen that was probably Bournemouth away when we was in the Prem. But anyway, we're in the second round. But according to Jack Wilshere, not only he's a former Arsenal legend, I feel like he has literally worked Luton around here. Yes, we suffered a 5-0 defeat on Saturday, but not only he said in the interview, he said he's apologised to the fans and he's apologised to the players of all his mistakes. But he said he'll hopefully progress from now to the end of the season. And obviously Wilshere hasn't received his first win yet in the league. So can this game tomorrow be the first game? We don't know. Or maybe it could happen on Saturday. We don't know. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, he can wait until Saturday if he wants, but yeah. But look, obviously, it's an interesting appointment. I think there's a lot of pressure, though, isn't there, at Luton at the moment, and I think that maybe his first proper role, I don't know, I was kind of surprised maybe that you went with somebody with such little experience, even though, obviously, we all know who Jack Wilshere is, obviously, as a player, but as a manager, not so much. But yeah, let's have a look at the comments anyway.
How's Naki Wells?
Naki Wells is doing? Yeah, we love him around these ways. Legend.
Naki Wells has been an all right player, but he has missed 2 penalties in a row in 2 games. So
all right,
he's very up and down. Naki Wells, he is, but he's a good player. But he just needs to learn how to be better in penalties, because if we keep playing, if we keep choosing him as a penalty, we won't be scoring penalties at any time soon. But he just needs to be better in penalties, in my opinion.
Has he scored any goals for you guys yet, Naki Wells, this season?
Yeah, he has scored. He scored the Stockport goal recently when we won.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, but not only he scored one of the best free kicks I've ever seen at Luton so far this season. From I think it was I don't know how many yards it was, but he whipped it into the top bins of the Stockport County goal, and not gonna lie, it was honestly a thriller, and it was the same goal when we beat Barnet earlier this season.
Nice, yeah. Obviously a very experienced player in Naki Wells, and obviously coming to potentially the end. Obviously 35 now, so he's obviously nearing retirement, but still got a lot of quality. But maybe just suffering a little bit as well with confidence, maybe with these penalty misses as well. So you've also got Nigel Longvik, who obviously was on loan to us last season as well. So
Longwork's just been an interesting one. I haven't seen him much play for Luton. Yeah,
is he injured again? Is he injured now, or is he still playing?
I think he is injured, but I'm not too sure. But the only game I think he played well was the Peterborough game away when we won 2-0. I feel like he was more better, and he was creating more chances from the defence up to the midfielders and then up to the attacking midfielders. So I feel like he is a good player, but he just needs to be bit better because our players are a bit slow, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Longvik really disappointed me when he was here last season, to be honest. He wasn't as good as what I thought he was. He didn't show it anyway.
But to be honest, I haven't seen him play in the Wolves shirt, so that's one of them.
No problem, no, don't worry about it. You know, to be sorry for being late, it's fine.
Yeah.
So look then. So thoughts going to the match then. Both sides obviously looking. Let's have a look at the head-to-head. Let's have a look at the form going to this game. I'll skip the lineups for a moment. So yeah, obviously we're on the back of back-to-back wins in the league, 3 in a row. In fact, we've won 3-1 3 times in a row. Obviously, one of these games was obviously in the Virtue Trophy, which I couldn't care less about really, but back-to-back wins in the league. Luton, obviously, suffered that really, really bad defeat on Saturday. And then they were held to a 0-0 draw against Rotherham, who I actually watched that game against Rotherham. I thought Rotherham played very, very well, but I felt like it's one of those games where Luton had loads of chances but couldn't finish their chances off. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to believe it. Right. I nearly left the stream there. Right. So what was I saying now? Oh yeah, form. But yeah, thoughts going to this match, mate. I mean, how do you feel going to the match? Because for me, I feel like I'm a bit. I'm not overly confident, but I feel like I can go into it with a bit of confidence because obviously we won last at the weekend, and obviously we're in a little bit of good form. But and plus you're on the back of that really bad defeat. Maybe if we can start the game quickly, we might be able to get on top in this one. But if we allow you to start the game and grow in confidence, then you might win the game. But so I'm a bit 50-50 with how I feel about this game. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a bit apprehensive. But yeah, what do you think about this game? What are your thoughts going into the game with us?
Well, I do think Luton could have a better chance in this game, but I feel like Huddersfield, as they're currently 3 games in a row winning, I feel like Huddersfield will come out very strong against us, as even though they're away from home, and even though Huddersfield have been very decent so far this season, I feel like Huddersfield could come out strong against us tomorrow night.
Yeah, you seem to have struggled at home, you guys, haven't you, so far this season? You know, obviously a couple of wins on there, but you've also lost a couple and you've drawn a couple. Seems like your away record, despite Saturday, is a lot better than your home form. What do you put that down to? Because I find that quite interesting. I thought your home form would be good and your away form might be a little bit not as good.
Well, to be fair, this is another thing to sort. Last season, when we was in the Championship, when we got relegated, we had 13 games lost in a row on our away form, and obviously we don't want to recreate this from this season from our home form.
Yeah.
But Luton, not only we are more put pressure on there, but to be fair, our last home win in the league was against Doncaster, and that was back in September. So Luton really needs to start putting up the effort now, because if we want to get back up to the Championship, we need to start turning things around now. Because
consistency, you need consistency, don't you? You need to go on a winning run now.
Yeah. Because not only we've drawn twice and lost 6 times, we need to start putting the pressure on it, and hopefully Wilshere can hopefully sort something out. Because what I've seen since when Bloomfield left, what I've seen that hasn't improved is the kick-off tactic. Every team in like Tottenham, Sheffield, like every team in the country use the same kick-off tactic: pass it to the goalkeeper and then cross it into the sun.
Yeah.
But for me, for us or even other team, it just doesn't work, and something really needs to change, because I don't know why people do it, but I get like it helps the team to push up forward. But for us, we just need to something needs to change. Really does.
It seems to be you seem to be struggling, like with finishing your chances rather than actually not creating. If you are creating chances, you're just not taking them. But yeah, look, for me, it's always a difficult place to go. Is Kenilworth Road. It really is, and that's why I'm a little bit thinking about tomorrow night. I'm not sure what to expect. It's really going to be a difficult game to get a result in ball. So I feel like, from past meetings when we've been to your place as well, we've drawn a lot of time. We've drawn a lot of games with you guys at your place. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm feeling 50-50. I feel like we can get a good result. We are on a good vein of form, but I just think, you know what I mean? And obviously after Saturday, where we're coming into it with momentum, you're coming to it on the back of a really heavy defeat and hurting, you know what I mean? Hurting from that defeat as well. So I think that's why I was talking about, if we can start the game well, your team's going to be quite fragile at the moment with that defeat. It will have hurt a lot, that defeat, to be honest with you, in my opinion. And yeah, but look, we're going to have to play our best. We're going to have to focus on ourselves, and I think we have to play our best to win this match. But yeah, Luton, it's always a difficult game. But look, past meetings, we last met in the 22-23 season, but it was in the Championship. You actually won at our place 2-1, and then we drew 3-3. The return, the last fixture at the Kenny was a 3-3 draw. So
I still remember that 3-3 game. Like
that was a madness, wasn't it? That was a madness game. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, it was like both of these teams literally did it together. We were fighting, you were fighting, we were fighting. Literally, no one stopped.
Crazy kind of game, wasn't it? Really. Right, just gonna get ready for the next section. Right, let me just go through the comments, and then we'll get to the predicted lineups that we expect. Yeah. Aiden's already filled us in on that one anyway. Wilshire's got Chris Powell. Yeah, you've also got Chris Powell.
Yeah.
Now managed once upon a time. So there's a few reunions happening tomorrow night, which is quite
no.
But yeah, thank you for reminding me, Michael, about that. But I did kind of know. Town be too strong against Town side, or will Town do a Town and get carried away and think they only have to turn up to win? Yeah, I mean, we can't afford to be complacent in this one, that's for sure. But you know what I mean? It is going to be a difficult game no matter what. Knows it'll be tough for considering it's about a 4-hour journey night game, although they are struggling yet again. At the same time, you've got good play. Yeah, they've got some good players. I don't take. I'm not kind of Yeah, it's a long journey, a midweek match. I think the midweek matches, when you're away, it just kind of suit the home team more, I think, because our players have obviously had to. Well, we've already been away on Saturday. We're having to travel away again, so there's a lot of traveling in between trainings and stuff. So, so yeah, but they certainly have good players. Let's hope for a 3-1 win. We need that. Yeah, we do. We do need some continuing our strikers to continue to score, of course. Bojan and Dion. Yeah. Megas Wiltshire was a great player, no pace, but I think he's taken on too much at Luton.
That's a 50-50 question, I will have to say. Because
Yeah.
Wiltshire, not only he's got us back up form, like he's got his first win against Northampton, a win against Stockport, and even a win against Forest Green in the cup. Wiltshire really needs to start improving home records, not concentrating on away records.
Yeah, I think he means maybe in the sense of, going to a club that's got a lot of pressure. Was this really the right role for him? But he's here anyway, and he's doing his best, of course. Bojan to score first, yeah. I mean, we'll see who scores first. Grant will make change. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the lineup. So we're going to get into the lineups now, or should we go into? No, I've actually done this the wrong way around. Key players. I mean, I suppose we can go with the key players first, and then the lineups. I shall go the lineups, and it's key players. No, we'll go. We'll go with the lineups first. Then, okay. So, for Luton, this was your team last time out. Obviously, do you expect changes in this game, or obviously after that 5-0? Surely you expect change. What team do you expect for Luton to start tomorrow night? Obviously, you can see your lineup from last time out.
Well, I've gone for a bit of a different side. So I've got Keeling goal as usual with Anderson, Naismith, and also put Mendy. So I've got the same defenders, but taking out Jones out of defence.
Yeah.
But in the midfield, I've gone for Saville, Gondwan, and Walsh. So with the same three. Then up front, I've gone for Wells, Al Hamid, as he's now back from injury. And also I've also gone with Jacob Brown, because I feel like we could create more chances. And even though we've got some players back injury, like Al Hamid, is currently on loan from Ipswich, like I generally believe when he joins Luton, I feel like he will be our best player, because he was an Ipswich player and he even played for Ipswich during the Premier League season last season. So I feel like he could improve it, but obviously, since he's been injured, we haven't seen him much yet. But I feel like he could start tomorrow night, and also I think Jacob Brown could start tomorrow night. All we're just waiting for now is just Adebayo to come back from injury, but he's got a proper big injury, so he's not back till January. So
you've got a lot of injury. Yeah, you've got a lot of injuries, haven't you? Actually, so you've actually you've got a lot of injuries.
I've taken out Clark because he's out with injury as well, but I feel like we do have I feel like our attacking method will be a bit stronger. So with Al Hamid and Brown, with Naki Wells.
Yeah, absolutely. For us, then, look, I think there could be potentially changes tomorrow night, to be honest with you. But I'm just not sure how because we won, I'm struggling to kind of change this. Obviously, Goodman in goal for me, back four of Ruskin. Now, Balka, there's a lot of questions about Balka. Is he going to be able to? Obviously, Balka's a player, by the way, that's very injury prone, and he played 90 minutes on Saturday. So is he going to be able to cope with playing again? For me, you're going to have to keep him in there, because I just don't want to change it. Feeney alongside him for sure. Now Sorensen on the right, and then I don't know why it's got all these formations. We didn't play with this last on Saturday. It's more of a 4-4-2. Harness, who's found a new position in central midfield, Marcus Harness. He actually started out on the wing, very ineffective there when he's coming over the summer. But he's found a place there because of our injuries in central midfield. So Harness, for me, has done very well in that position. So he starts alongside Ledson, our captain. And then Miller, who's quality. I love Miller. Really dangerous player, very good down that wing, and he's he's just so good. And then the right, I've actually changed it. Actually, to be honest with you, I want to see Castledine on the right, the guy that we got on loan from Chelsea. Ben Wild for me is just too much in and out of games, and we need consistency in this match. So yeah, I've gone for Castledine on the right, and then obviously, like I said, Bojan Radulovic and Dion Charles up top, the two goal-scoring machines at the moment, if you could say so. But obviously, we do have an ex-Luton player in Joe Taylor who has been a bit hit and miss for us, to be honest with you. He's a player that I do like, but we just haven't seen the best of him yet, And I just think, I don't know what's wrong with him, but no, it's just not working at the moment for him. But yeah, I mean, Joe Taylor, you'll know a lot about Joe Taylor. What do you make?
Yeah, he was a bit with us when we got promoted to the Premier League. He was scored at Wembley, but it got disallowed because the ball hit his hand, which was a clear handball. But he even got us promoted to the Prem. He played a bit of us when we was in the Premier League, but then he went out loan. I can't remember where he went, but then he joined us when we got in the season when we got back to the Championship, and he joined us from August to obviously January. But then he was doing quite well, but between like November, December time, he quite was going downhill. So then he obviously left and obviously went to Huddersfield.
Yeah. Was you gutted to see him go? Or did you think it was the right time for him to move on?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't really that fussed anything because I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't remember when we signed him. I know we signed him during the January in January 2023, but I don't remember seeing a signing. And the only time I saw him proper play was obviously the playoff final when we played at Wembley against Coventry. But he did play well when he was with us when we got back to the Championship, yeah. And the game I felt like he played really well was against Sheffield Wednesday at home and we beat them 2-1. And it was honestly the great game I've seen because not only we beat Sheffield Wednesday, we were 1-0 down for the whole match, yeah. And then 80th minute, somehow we got a goal back. Then 5 minutes later, we got another goal back. And then all we just sat back and defend and beat Sheffield Wednesday. And Joe Taylor was one of the players there. Set up Colton Morris, who's a former Luton player. He set up Colton Morris against Sheffield Wednesday, and we even won. So he was a decent assistant player.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think he's struggling at the moment, because he's a bit just not looking himself. I don't think particularly we've played to his strengths, but he just doesn't look. He has missed quite a few chances this season, to be honest with you. He just doesn't seem to be firing at all. But yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if he does get on or if he plays. He might even start, but I don't think he'll start, to be honest with you. But we'll see. So look, Michael, it's going to be a tough match. Depends if Grant sticks with the same team or makes changes. Yeah, I just don't have much faith in this manager. I mean, look, apparently that makes me negative and toxic or whatever, but yeah, sure. But I'm just not convinced about this manager, Lee Grant. He's come in his first job as manager ever.
Lee Grant was actually at the Luton game against Manchester United during COVID. Lee Grant was on the Manchester United bench. Yeah.
All right.
He was a footballer at the time, but obviously now he's your manager.
Yeah.
What else do people say?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, look, I don't know. You just never know what this guy is going to do, to be honest with you. That's the way it is. I'm not convinced about him taking us up, to be honest with you. I just don't know I don't know. No, it says 4-4-2 may save Grant's job. Yes. The Bojan Dion link up is working and no one's really saying out about our defence because in my opinion, Goodman and Feeney and all defence is doing great. Wouldn't mind Ashia to come on. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, look, that 4-4-2 he's been forced to do, though, Noah, because of the injuries. He hasn't done it because he wants to. he's done it because he's had to, because he hasn't really got the personnel to play the system he likes, which clearly wasn't working anyway before, but it's a blessing in disguise. And the defence, look, I've always been a big fan of Goodman. Obviously, it did kind of take him a while after getting sent off against Barnsley in the away fixture that we had with them. Nichols took over from number one for a while, but Goodman's back in now as number one. So, yeah, I like Goodman. Feeney, I think, look, Feeney's brilliant on loan from Villa. So, yeah, he's been good for us, to be honest with you. The defence as a whole does look a bit shaky at times, in my opinion, but overall, I've been happy with it, to be honest. And Ashier is a superstar, isn't he? We know him. He comes off the bench and makes an impact. One of our young stars, of course. Megas Radulovic will drop to the bench, as will Balka, May and Lowe to come in. Sorensen injured, Gooch to start. Yeah, I mean, there probably will be a few changes, to be honest with you. And look, I like Gooch on the right anyway. But Alfie May is available now after suspension. So he's back. But I don't know if you can drop the two strikers that are scoring the goals at the moment. Nelson Dory Harness on the wing. Hopefully Castleline comes back, or Redmond, and Alves Miller is great. Yeah. Harness on the wing just doesn't work, does it? I think he is more suited in that central area. Agree. And Castledine, I love Castledine. And like I said, Alves and Redmond still out injured. Miller, class. Gooch would be good too. Yeah, I do like Gooch. Yeah, Megas at 3.2 million. Town should sue Luton. Yeah, for Joe Taylor. 3.2 million. I think you ripped us off there, didn't you? There. Yeah. My word.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We've got loads of comments here. How's Milencic Ali doing? I remember he was pretty good at Halifax and Exeter. Yeah, obviously we're going to get into the key players actually in a minute, so we're going to go into that in a moment. Hopefully, Grant
has
40 for his. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit, isn't he, at the moment? And sticks with the 4-4. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he does stick with the 4-4. So it can't be going back to the 4-2-3-1. I just hate it. Hate that formation. One up front just makes the striker isolated, in my opinion. But anyway, key players. I mean, you could kind of talk about Ali in this one as well if you want. But what kind of key players? Who should we be looking out for tomorrow? Who do you see being the biggest threat for us tomorrow night?
I think the player you have to. I think the defence will have to keep an eye on Naki Wells, because not only he's a good player, but he's very fast of going through the defenders. He's done it multiple times. He did it against Mansfield. He even did it against Peterborough, and he even did it against Doncaster. Like, he's very good at going through the defenders, but he just can't finish. But he's very fast. I'm not gonna lie. But I think like other players, you have to keep an eye. Like, there's some players from injury, like you might have to keep an eye on Al Hamid, Ipswich, the player from Ipswich. But
is he fit him now? I thought he was injured.
He's back. He's back from injury now. Yeah,
he's back. All right, that's good. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't played a full 90 minutes yet, but I feel like this game could be the game he could return back to full fitness. So I feel like you do need to keep an eye on him, but I think the player you have to keep an eye on is Naki Wells, because the amount of times he's gone through defenders is bloody mental.
Yeah, we know Naki Wells around these ways. Obviously, yeah, he's still not lost it, has it? I like your two centre backs. I like Anderson and I like Mengi as well. I think those two are. I know, obviously, overall they've been solid this season. If you at the back, that partnership for me. I do like Saville in the middle. He's a creative player, isn't he, for you? He's a good creative kind of spark for you guys. So yeah, that's probably a couple of players I think for Luton. Then Wells as well. We know ex-players always score against us. They always do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you have any in our squad? Do you have any former Huddersfield players?
Huh?
In the squad of Luton right now, do you have any former Huddersfield players that used to play for Huddersfield?
Yeah, Wells used to play for us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
So,
between 2014 and 2017. So yeah, he
oh,
actually
okay.
gets the Premier League. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's
top
interesting. But
scoring 2 out of the 3 seasons in his time here. Yeah, who else have you got? I don't think I don't think you've got anybody else. Oh yeah, Jerry Yates. What about Jerry Yates? Do you like Jerry Yates? How was Jerry Yates started his
yeah,
career?
has been decent. He's been a decent player, but he's another player that's been a bit slow, just
Yeah,
not picking up the pace a bit.
yeah, fair
Mm.
enough. Yeah, I
But
think Wells out. I think it's just Wells out of the team that you play. Yeah. Um, Obviously we've got Joe Taylor from you guys, so
yeah,
that's what. So we've got one of each. I think we've got one player each that has played um, for each other. But anyway, let's have a look.
so
Uh,
what player do you think we need to keep an eye on off tomorrow night?
yeah, I will get into my key players. Yeah, for me, like I said, we have got um, Miller on the left wing here.
Mm.
Very dangerous attacking player. You know, loves to take on his mount. Also, he's just great. Oh, his overall game's fantastic for me. Um, I also like Fine at the back as well. And also, I think the strikers, obviously, I mean, it depends who we start, but obviously, Charles and Radulovic have scored quite a few. They've created this partnership between themselves recently and scored a couple of goals. So, yeah. Castledine, I think Castledine's a good player if he starts. Very attacking player on the right as well. He's
Okay.
number 10 winger, you know,
Mm.
in a situation. So yeah, I think them too. Um, let's have a look. Um, Wells is past his best. I mean, he's still got quality. To be honest with you, you never lose your class. Obviously, he's obviously older, but yeah. Wells has got. Yeah, I mean, it probably will. To be honest with you, won't he?
Mm. He has scored a lot of goals recently.
Yeah, no, it was sad when Wells scored against Bristol away 2 seasons ago. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that was a painful defeat. That
Yeah.
one. Keely's a decent keeper.
Yeah, he is actually. He was a late on goalkeeper, even though he scored in the FA Cup last season.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good keeper. To be fair, where is he? He's on loan, isn't he? From you? Where is he? Where's his club? Where He's not your player, is he? He's on loan.
He's from Lane Orient. His last club, I think his last, I think he's on loan from Tottenham.
Yeah, it's Tottenham, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Tottenham. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
He's kept 8 clean sheets.
Yeah, he's the top. He's got the most clean sheet in the whole League One.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's a good keeper, absolutely. Um, Savile is a defensive midfielder.
Mm.
Hopefully, Grant ignores them. You guys make me laugh. Uh, Taylor will come on and either get a red card or will score. Yeah, it'll be
I
even
feel
one.
like he could score against Luton. I feel like he will score.
Do you think he'll celebrate if he scores?
I think he will celebrate, or he will be respectful and just put his hand out against the Luton fans.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, absolutely. So, we're kind of coming to the end of this kind of preview. I mean, score predictions then. So I think, well, it's going to be a tricky one, but I'm going to let you go first. What do you think the score is going to be tomorrow night? And yes, how do you see the game panning out?
I believe it will be a good game to see. It will be end to end, but
Yeah.
for awareness of our performance against Barnsley, and then we've been a bit slow
Mm.
lately. I feel like Huddersfield could win it, but I think we could edge a point against Huddersfield. But
Yeah.
I think if I'll say this year, if Huddersfield kick off first tomorrow night, we'll lose 1-0. If we kick off first, I think we'll draw 2-2.
Yeah. I do get you. Whoever starts quickest is going to be key in this one, I feel, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. For me, I mean, I go into this game a bit apprehensive, like I said, but I have to believe that we can win this game, to be honest with you. I do, because there is an opportunity. So, yeah, for me, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to us.
Okay.
I think we're going to win this game. It's going to be a close game, but I think we're going to just win it. It's brave saying we're going to get a clean sheet. We're actually going 2-1, especially with Naki Wells lurking. But yeah, I mean, maybe Luton will score. Maybe I'm going to go for a 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you might actually score.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
We've only got one player from the championship seat from when we last played. When we last played against you, Zach Nelson is the only player still plays right now from 2-3 seasons ago.
The team has we're coming up against each other, and the teams are going to be completely different out this time. To be honest with you, more often than not, yeah. Noah thinks 3-1 to us. Let's keep up the streak. Radulovic, Balk from the corner, and Asher off the bench. Nice, yeah. Fair enough. You've gone for a 3-1 to us. Yeah, Wells. Yeah, Wells is going to score. I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 then. But yeah, I mean, we could kind of wrap up, to be honest with you. But what is it? Any final thoughts heading into the game? But I really do appreciate you coming on, by the way, mate. And obviously, guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Luton Town Fan TV. The links are in the description. Links to his Instagram as well, if you want to go and follow him there as well, is in the description as well. So big up to you, Aiden. But any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I think it's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be a tough game for both of us.
Yeah, he's good. We always seem to do. It always seems to be really good games, don't it, between the two sides? To be honest, it's going to be get back to playing each other again, and it's going to be interesting, like you said, to see how it kind of pans out. To be honest with you, so yeah, why not? It's going to be 1-0 to us.
Wow.
Charles to score.
Oh, okay.
So Dion Charles and Bojan Radulovic have scored 7 goals between them in the last couple of matches. So they're in good form, you know. So, you know what I mean? I didn't say my goal scorers, but I don't know. Anyways, we shall see what happens tomorrow evening. I'll be doing a watch along for the game tomorrow night. So do come and tune in if you are free. Watch the game, listen to my commentary if you want. I don't know. No, since great stream, lads. Yeah, big up. I'm doing a watch along. I'm doing a watch along tomorrow night, so I need to schedule that. Actually, I haven't scheduled it yet, so you guys haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I will be here tomorrow night. So join us from 7:30, maybe before, for the build up, and obviously, yeah, we'll see what happens in this one. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for all your contributions in the chat. Thank you to you, Aiden, for coming on, mate. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night against the two sides. It's going to be an intriguing game. But, guys, thank you very much for watching this. Make sure you do smash a like, subscribe to both our channels, and comment your thoughts if you're watching it on playback, your predictions and your thoughts going to this game. But yes, have a good rest of the evening anyway, guys, and we will see you very, very soon.
I'll see you later, guys.
Yeah, take care, and thank you very much, Jane, for joining, and thank you everyone thank you to the chat for sharing your thoughts. You guys the channel what it is, of course. Big up, Noah. See you then. See you tomorrow, and we're out of here. I always struggle to end these guys, so do bear with me, right? We're out of
Thanks
here.
for watching, guys.
Take care. Bye now.
See ya.